He's an expert in cameras, but can he make one? On today's episode, we'll see if Brian Farrell can live up to the test. Stay tuned.
I'm Adam Widener, and this is the Treehouse.
Welcome back to the Treehouse, the show where not everyone can be like Bob Ross. I'm your host, Grace Earl. Today's guest is the cage manager and the best person in the world, Brian Farrell. Thanks for joining us today, Brian.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Before we get into it, let's introduce the craft for today. So, Brian, you're around cameras all the time.
You could say that.
Yeah, well, I am. You could probably make one of your own, right?
Yeah, I build cameras actually every day.
Really?
Yes.
Well, just in case you don't know, this is what a camera looks like. So as we're doing the craft, I'm going to be asking you a couple interview questions.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, everyone wants to know more about you.
Okay, so we can start going anytime?
Well, yeah.
Okay, cool.
When we finish, our judge is going to come up and he's going to tell us who the winner is. And whoever loses will have to face a consequence. So be prepared for that. It's going to be socially unacceptable.
Not me, though. I will not
Oh, I don't know. It'll be embarrassing, and I'm pretty sure you're used to being embarrassed.
Me? Never.
Yeah. Our first question, what is your favorite part about working in the cage?
Ooh, great question. I'll probably have to go with the cliche. It's definitely the students.
Okay.
But I'm going to take it a step further, and it's definitely roasting the students.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's probably, that's really why I'm still here after all this time.
Because you just get to ridicule people mercilessly?
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun.
I understand. Well, kind of like that question, what was your worst experience that you've ever had in the cage?
Well, that's really funny. As I'm about to cut this pipe cleaner, the worst experience of my career here at Huntington University in the cage is when the student thought that they could start a business called Cage Cuts. And they cut people's hair, which was like fine. Like, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, no,
but then they took it a step further, and they were hanging up the hair on my wall, right under my foul sign.
Like right next to where you sit every single day?
Right where I sit every day. Oh. And I had to get some pliers eventually and rip them off the wall because I don't want to touch that.
Really?
But yeah, that was probably my worst experience.
I think whoever that student was really smart and like entrepreneurial.
Okay, interesting use of words.
Yeah, I know knowledge. Next, I know that you like music.
Correct.
What is your favorite song or music genre?
So, I mean, the classic is everybody knows, like, big yacht rock guy. I love yacht rock.
Yacht rock, what's yacht rock?
But I don't want to talk about yacht rock.
Oh,
what I wanted.
Sorry.
It's fine.
No, I'm sorry.
What I want to dive into is Japanese soul pop, or known as city pop. For all you uneducated folks out there.
Yeah.
It's this genre that blends like American style music, but with a very Japanese soul into it. It's really good.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievably good. And I don't know any of the song names because they're all in Japanese and I don't know how to read that.
So you're
that's
kind
my
of a
downfall.
fake fan.
Well, I know Plastic Love. That's a good one. That's a famous one.
Okay, that one's in English, so I don't know if you know what you're talking about, really.
Okay. Next question.
Well, anyway, if you had to share the weirdest fact about music that you know, what would it be?
Can it be kind of a downer of a fact?
I guess, it's up to you.
So I'll keep it brief. You know Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys?
Yes, I do.
So he, man, I'm going really off on this camera. I don't think I'm gonna have time to finish. I'm getting nervous.
That's better for me.
Anyway, Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, he had a situation where he was kind of like held hostage by his therapist in the 80s and 90s.
Oh.
And so he wasn't really part of the Beach Boys during that time, but they were like, hey, we're doing this song called Kokomo, which is like the greatest Beach Boys song of all time.
According to you?
Well, not me actually, because here's the kicker. Brian Wilson wasn't actually part of it because they called him to ask him to be on the show or be part of the song. Mm-hmm. And they were like, his therapist was like, nah, he doesn't want to talk to you. he didn't want to be a part of the Beach Boys anymore, which was a lie. And
oh no!
When Brian Wilson heard it on the radio, he was like, "Who did this? I love this song." And it was the Beach Boys, and he was really heartbroken. But it's okay, they got over it, and he understood like that it wasn't them. But it makes me kind of sad, so I just like ruining that for everyone.
Yeah, thank you. That's awesome. Well, keeping up with the music topic, you're in a band. Is that correct?
It's a bit.
It's
just a bit.
Yeah, it's just for the jokes.
Yeah.
Well, hypothetically, if you're in a band, what would your role be? What would you play?
I'd probably be like the second bass player in the band.
Second bass player?
Second bass player.
Huh, what?
Because every good band has 2 bass players.
That's right.
And there has to be a backup bass player who is just kind of there.
And is that you? Are you the backup?
That's me. I'm just kind of there.
What's the hypothetical band name?
We're called Don't Stand Here.
Don't Stand Here.
Don't Stand Here. Kind of a cool band, actually.
Cool band. They had a concert, didn't they?
Yeah, it sold out. It was huge.
Sold out with all the free tickets we handed out.
Yeah, we actually could have made so much money, but we missed opportunity.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's not about the money. It's about the music.
Yeah.
I think.
I hope so. It
really,
was a fun experience.
It's really about the bits, actually.
I was the first bass player, so. Well, on our commercial break, we will be watching Isaiah Huber, the student body president, give a speech in the hub. It was a consequence from last week's episode. So go ahead and take a look, and we'll be back.
My name is Isaiah Huber, and I am the student body president here at HU. I'd like to start out with saying that I have really bad morning breath. My breath smells like your sweaty socks out in the sun all day. It's so bad that the school decided that I have to sleep in Hardy just so that I don't kill anyone with my breath. And now the end is near, and so I face to final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way.
Mr. President, get down!
Welcome back. Our judge will now come and see what we came up with. Welcome in, Judge Anthony.
Is this like a pencils down situation?
Yeah,
or?
we're done now,
okay.
actually.
Pipe cleaners down.
Oh, okay.
So,
Please.
yeah, Brian, if you would, please hold
Okay.
up your camera to the camera. Little meta there. Yours looks
So actually I made a buck snack. This is a bunger. This is a red camera, by the way. This is the top handle. Whoa. It's a $50,000 camera. And that's like the lens support, and that's like the front part where you put the lens.
Right.
Because I know cameras really well.
Yeah, I can tell.
But yeah, do you like it? That's the rods there and the handle.
Definitely looks like you've messed around with cameras before, but yeah. Before I judge, let me see what you got.
Yeah,
Grace.
so this is my camera. It's a little guy. This is the lens and the little button to take photos, because you do that with cameras.
Honestly, it's a tough decision because Brian went like, he was like, go big or go home, and then Grace was like, let's make it like small scale.
Let's make
and,
it
like,
look like a camera.
Yeah.
That looks like
so
a camera.
I'm gonna have to go with Grace because like, it is more accurate. Brian, I love the creativity though.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Way
Fine.
to go, Brian. So since you lost, we're going to have a consequence. You have to, in the cage where we work, the equipment center, you have to act clueless whenever someone comes in and tries to run equipment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's easy.
Easy. It's what you do anyway.
Yeah.
So that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us today, Brian. And thank you for watching. Tune in next week for another episode of The Treehouse.